Hey everyone, welcome back to another Talk with Maynard podcast. Today, we're going to be recording 3 podcasts all at one time, and we'll release each podcast throughout the next 3 weeks. So that means I'll be releasing a podcast we recorded today every Tuesday for the next 3 Tuesdays. So the first podcast we're going to get into is our resolutions and what we plan on doing with Project Maynardstang this year. And who do you want to start with the resolutions?
I'll let you start because I don't have a whole lot.
I got a long list.
Good, you go for it.
Okay. So my first resolution is I want to revamp my A Day in the Life videos. We'll talk about the A Day in the Life videos, well, I guess in the second half of the podcast a little more, but that's my first one. I'll wait till the second half of the podcast to explain what A Day in the Life is. We're going to do a secret challenge, and I'm going to get that prepared. That's something I want to do for my resolutions. We'll briefly talk about that too coming up. I want to do another Draw My Life video. The Draw My Life video is a video. I did one in the past where you use drawings to explain your life or tell people your life story. And the new Draw My Life video is going to be better than the last one. And I am going to be doing it on the Draw My Life, on how Project Maynardstang started and how we got to where we are today. I'm going to do several podcasts, but one podcast I want to do that we're not going to do today, but I really want to sit down and do, is a podcast with both my parents on my diagnosis story, what happened, how it went when I got diagnosed. It's a pretty intense story, that one is. On the podcast note, I want to try to complete 20 podcasts by the end of this year. So, was there like 53 weeks in a year?
53 weeks.
So, at least 20 podcasts. So, hopefully at least 20 weeks. I'd like to do one every week, but I already haven't done one every week, so we'll just see how it goes.
It can be kind of hard to fit all of it in a weekend, so hopefully every other week at least.
Yeah. We need to I want to complete 20 Think About It videos. Think About It videos are videos I upload on Thursdays. They're no longer than a minute, and I don't really know how to explain it. I had a plan for them when I started, but my plan was just to talk about issues I see in the world and issues in my life, which I kind of what I want to do with the podcast, and I also want to give a little bit of motivation. And those videos are no longer in a minute, and I upload them on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, those videos. So I want to complete at least 20 of those. And then the Day in the Life videos I was talking about earlier, and we're going to talk about later too, I want to complete 10 of those. Those videos are more, you'll find out that those are way more in-depth. I want to try to actually get Project Maynardstang licensed as a nonprofit. Right now, I guess I'm kind of treating it like a nonprofit in a way. Like, the money that Project Maynardstang makes goes straight to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. I think we talked about in a previous podcast, but none of the money I make from Project Maynardstang goes to me. It all goes to the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and some of it goes back into Project Maynardstang for, merchandise and stuff. That way, merchandise and other marketing materials, it'll go back into that. I want to, quote, finish Ugly Betty.
It'll never be finished.
Yeah, Ugly Betty will never be finished. But we got some interior parts for it, and we're going to be putting those in and get the interior looking just right.
We got a few other parts that need to go on it, but there will always be more to do. But there's still some things that we just really like to have done to be.
Yeah, there's a little few things like our windows don't go up in the back, and right now we need to put some parts on to make it run better. One thing I've been wanting to do is get like a metal building of some kind, somewhere that we can store Ugly Betty, and then turn like a man cave thing, something that's actually on our property, so we have a place to do it. And if that becomes a reality, this is a big if it becomes a reality, I want to record all YouTube videos and podcasts there. But we have a lot of things going on this year. It's kind of a vague resolution, like we probably won't get around to it, but we'll try to.
It's a dream anyway.
And I got these hand braces that I should be wearing on my hands, and I've had them for over a year now. Actually, 2 years practically now.
Over 2 years?
We just can't seem to get in the routine of wearing them because they're uncomfortable, and we just forget when I'm getting ready for bed at night. We've done a little better wearing them, but nowhere near every night like we're supposed to. And then one of my last resolutions, I think it's going to be one of Daddy's on his list, is to be 1% better in everything I do every day. Try to be a little better than I was the day before, you know. Like if I was lazy one day, well, the next day I better get busy doing something, you know. I need to be 1% better. And then my last resolution, you know, I had a lot of resolutions here, is to complete all resolutions and all to-dos I want to do this year. So I just want to complete everything, if possible. And I say I can complete probably every one of these, except the metal building one. That might not happen because we have other things going on this year that are of priority. And so that was a long list of resolutions. I think I was like 7 minutes of me talking about my resolutions. So I will bring it on to Daddy, and he can tell you some of his resolutions, which, you say you don't have any written down or anything. But
well, so mine will be a little more vague. Cody had a real good list. I have a list, though. I guess I'll talk more about resolutions, and if you follow Project Maynardstang on Facebook, other social media platforms, maybe you've seen Cody's post about resolutions. You know, resolutions are a promise you make to yourself. Mm-hmm. So you're not hurting anyone else if you don't do it. But people get bogged down. It's, you know, January 1 and I'm going to do all these things, and then January 2, you know, I failed. You know, I slipped up on one. And people lose track of them, or they failed at one time and then they just quit doing it. So last couple of years I've had kind of the same list of resolutions, but I try to look at it. Actually have a reminder on my phone that reminds me every day to look at that list of things I want to do. And like Cody said, probably the biggest thing on there, just in different ways, is just to be a little better each day. And maybe sometimes I am, a lot of times I'm not, but at least a little better. If I can be that 1% better, well, that's a bonus. That's a success for that day. There's a couple things on my list that I've accomplished. Others that I just have to work at and look at every day. You know, some are normal ones, like this past several months. Had a little trouble in my back and my knee, and I probably would help out if I would, you know, lose a little weight. That's what a lot of people want. So probably nearly everyone, unless they're really unfit. But I think some of the extra weight I've put on the last 3 or 4 years is not helping that situation. So I would like to cut back a little bit and not indulge so much, and help Cody more with Project Maynardstang, and help everyone more.
Mm-hmm.
Just fulfill the things I want to do for Cody, for the rest of the family, for Jenny, for Dana, for her parents and my parents, and just everyone. But main thing, be a little better, not lose sight of it, not get bogged down those days that are a failure. I may be getting out of shape a little bit here, but we wanted to go to a pretty big car show today, and we couldn't get the car ready, and then didn't get up as early as should have. It was cold and windy, and hey, we didn't make the show, but that doesn't mean that next weekend there's not more that we're going to try to be better prepared for. So not what we wanted to do today, but we're not going to lose sight of wanting to do more. So that's a resolution of mine. Just not lose sight of being better.
And today we probably could have went to this car show and stuff, but that's one of the no-nos that we do, and a lot of people do at resolutions, is it seems like you make too many excuses, It's too cold, it's too windy, the car's not ready, We always trying to make all these excuses, but I think I think you preached on that last topic a little bit.
Well, I think so, and then but that's just an example. This show today. Okay, we didn't and fell into kind of the same thing we'll tend to do, but let's learn from it. Let's not. We missed one show. We're never going to make another show this year. Well, we are. We're going to make a lot of shows this year, and we're going to talk about that more coming up within not so much this podcast, but the next one that we do. So it's those kind of things that we want to express to everybody watching, not just for us, but for you. Don't let little setbacks dictate everything.
No, don't do that.
Don't let them say that, oh, that's it, I failed. It's over. It was a setback. We're going to do better next week or next month or whenever the next opportunity arises.
And that's pretty good on resolutions, I think. Exactly what you said. You don't give up on your resolutions just because you miss one day. There's some people out there that, like one resolution, I'm not going to drink soda this year. Well, you get that one day, or you go to that one party and you drink a soda. You're like, oh no, I drank a soda, I better quit.
Yeah, I'm just drinking them every day now.
No, don't do
that. And there was a video you shared a few days ago that was pretty interesting, and people take January 1st as that's the day I'm going to change. That doesn't necessarily have to be the day you're going to change.
You should try.
It can be tomorrow. It can be 2 weeks from now. It's when you can make that change.
And basically, the video said you should try to make a change when you need to make a change. Don't just decide that you're going to change on January 1st. Just make a change when you feel like you need to.
Yep.
But that's it for the first podcast of the 3 we're going to do today. So that's the first half, and we'll be back. I believe for you watching is like 45 seconds, something like that. So we'll be back in about 45 seconds.
We're back with the second half of the first podcast for 2019.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, so we're back. Okay?
Yeah, we're back.
All right. So second half, we're going to Cody mainly, because this is a lot of his, but talk about what's going to be happening with Project Maynardstang this year, and talk about the schedule, the daily schedule you can expect to see, and what's going to happen for the next 12 months.
Yeah, and so I guess I'll start with let me see. Let me look at my outline here. Okay. The first thing I want to bring up, I want to try to do it as soon as possible. Coming up here is I have a secret challenge that I'm gonna start, and I can't tell you what the challenge is or whatever, but I'm hoping I can get enough momentum behind it and start getting people really interested in it. And my hope and dream for this challenge is that it will be like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that happened a while back. I'm hoping I'll start it and it'll take hold and people everywhere will be doing it.
Yep, Cody's been planning, and we talked about this challenge for quite a while now. It's not a just new sudden idea. It's just something we hadn't quite gotten off the ground. We've kicked around different ideas and think we have it pretty well together. It's just a matter of moving forward with it.
And I ain't gonna say a whole lot about it. I ain't gonna release what it is or whatever. But just so you get an idea, it's gonna be kind of like the Ice Bucket Challenge. It's gonna be on a kind of a call out basis. If you donate, that's great. If you don't, well, okay.
But we want to see more donations. Ice Bucket was, I don't know how much donations they got.
They made millions.
Okay.
So that's the very first thing I want to try to do this year. Second thing, and this was one of my resolutions, is I want to do more podcasts. I want to do 20, I said, but I would like to do as many as I can possibly do this year. Try to release one once a week, and we'll probably do it like this more often. We'll probably record more than one on a weekend.
Yeah, because it takes a little time to get everything set up in the way we like it. So, record them and hopefully have one out once a week if at all possible.
Yeah, hopefully so. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, like I said, I want to do more focus on the day in the life and do more videos. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel or anything, the big video series on my YouTube channel is a day in the life, and it's supposed to be a challenge where it's supposed to be what am I talking about? It's supposed to be a video that I release. I want to release one once a month about the things that I go through having Duchenne muscular dystrophy, the things that a person with a disability goes through. It's supposed to be stuff I do every day in my everyday life, and I've kind of done that in the past with the a day in life videos. But we go to a lot of car shows, and it's kind of become the car show videos. I haven't done very many actual a day in my life videos. So I hope to explore things like eating at home or eating out or accessibility, like when I go places. You can just see what I go through. See what it's like whenever you go somewhere and there's a mile of curb around the building and you have to drive all the way around the building to go up a ramp, and just weird and different things that I go through every day. So that's what I hope to do with it, and I haven't done real good with it. The schedule, what I put out, I've done pretty good this week, and but I'm gonna try to put out content every day. Where are you gonna
Monday?
say?
Oh, no, I'm just gonna.
Okay, you can go.
Let's see. What's on Monday? What do you put on Monday?
Monday is the Motivation Monday. I try to put out a motivational video clip on Monday. I could say quote, but really I try to do a quote every day. But so Motivation Monday, I try to at least give a little video. So that's what Motivation Monday is. Tuesday is Talk with Maynard Tuesday. That's when I'll release
the podcast on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's when I'll release the podcast. Wednesday is Wheel Wednesday. I'm tried a video last week where it kind of draws out the car and gives you the specs of it. And I'm going to try to do like as many Mustangs this year as possible.
Automotive content on Wednesday for you gearheads.
Wait, hang on a second. What is going on in the background?
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay. Think About It Thursday. That's when I'll do my Think About It Thursday videos I talked about earlier. And then Friday I do Fun Fact Friday. And I try to give just a fun, off the wall, interesting fact. Yeah.
This past Friday was about muscles and the word muscle. Check it out. Go back and check it out.
Saturday is a summary Saturday. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go to my website and check out my blog. I'll release pieces of the blog on Facebook and Instagram, but you need to go to the website to check them out. And if you go to the website, you'll get to see them earlier. And if I'll drop the link below, it's projectmaynardstang.com/summary-saturday-blog, and that will be below right here. So that's Saturday, and then Sunday I try to keep religious stuff off of Project Maynardstang. But on Sunday I do a scripture Sunday post, and it's just maybe a Bible verse or something that's more religious. And the way I look at it is, if you don't want to see it, don't look at it. I'm gonna put it out there. If you don't want to see it, you don't have to look at it. If you don't want to look at Project Maynardstang on Sunday, well, that's fine. But I'm gonna put it out there, and that's my schedule. Man, this is a lot of stuff here.
Well, we can touch on pretty quick. I mean, we're going to try to do more events. We the past 2 years, we didn't make a lot of shows. The car was down some. There's just been always a lot going on, but we didn't get out as much as we really wanted to. So we're going to do our best to change that in 2019. Be out there at the car shows, meeting people, and promoting Project Maynardstang and letting people see Ugly Betty and meeting people and getting the word out.
And try to get as many followers as possible, as many people interested as possible.
So tell your friends. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But tell your friends, follow Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's out there on all the most popular media platforms. Check out projectmaynardstang.com. Mm-hmm. Help us spread the word.
And if you don't think Project Maynardstang's getting anywhere, Project Maynardstang has been in a couple of magazines, and a Quest magazine, and there's a Mustang magazine called Stang Magazine we've been in. And we're really going to try to make Project Maynardstang go places.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it there. I don't think there's anything else there.
Could be more interesting. I'm just reading over the. We keep just an outline. We don't script what we say. We like to have an idea, so we don't talk in too many circles. Mm-hmm. We're just going to try to be more interactive with people, and again, get out there. And if there's ideas, and we're going to touch on that here in the next podcast. Mm-hmm. The ideas you have, we always want to hear them.
Yeah, that's true. And so, are we ready, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Well, that's the end of our first podcast today. We're using a lot of outdoor light, so I don't know how many more we'll get done, but we're going to try to record more than one.
Just have to adjust our lighting.
Yeah, I have to adjust our lighting. But that's all we have this time, or for now. We'll be back later, but you won't get to see it for a week. I'm kind of going off circle. But be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Project Maynardstang. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Project Maynard1. And make sure you look at the Project Maynardstang YouTube channel. And lastly, make sure you're checking my website at projectmaynardstang.com, because there's a lot of stuff released on the website too. So be sure you check all that out.
Y'all have a good week, and hope you enjoyed this podcast. We're going to roll into the next one, but you won't see that for a week.
Yeah, sounds good. Anyway, that's it, and bye.
Bye.
Okay.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.